Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we checked in with Garrus. He seems to be settling in all good, and Naomi is very happy to hear that. Garrus was a good friend of hers. She's very glad to have him back on the team. Now then, the only place we have left to go is engineering. And we did pick something up for them. Let's see. Oh, hello. Hello there. You weren't lit up before. Oh. Oh, hey, Zaid. I'm sorry. I forgot about you. I forgot about Zaid for a hot minute there. A question. Is this your surveillance? Is this stuff that you've set up? Because if it is, then that's fine. However, if this is Cerberus surveillance that you're tapping into, yeah, Naomi is going to go around the ship and take out all of these cameras. This is... Flipping it. You have properly... There we go. That's all of them. But yeah, you have properly bugged up this ship, haven't you?
Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are. I call her Jessie. That's my lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz. The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle.
Oh, I think Naomi gets that. Naomi gets that. She would do anything to have her old pistol back. The one she took down Saren with. But no, it's gone. It's gone.
Oh yeah, that's a model of the Verican. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chance of success, but we did it. Everyone died but me. So I made out like a bandit. My first impossible mission as an independent contractor. There's been many since, but nothing so goddamn sweet as watching that Turian warship crash planet-side.
And this?
Beauty, isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Kazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago. Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. Big mistake. I goaded Gizak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every bloodpack bastard in the room. That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept a helmet to remind me of that pained expression.
Flippin' heck, that was extremely bad luck for Gazak. Damn, what is... Okay. There's garbage. We can play with garbage. That's nice. Okay.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something.
Okay.
So you knew Archangel from before. Interesting. Knew a lot of men taking jobs to kill the son of a bitch. I never saw the point. You and I wanted the same thing. A whole lot of mercs dead. Hell of a sniper, though. And he kept himself alive with all the mercs in Omega after him. That ain't easy. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50. Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
And at that, Naomi's just like, oh, buddy, together we are gonna quadruple that number. She's high-fiving him, saying like, hey, let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get all of them. I guess we don't actually get any, interactive conversations with Zaid.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Okay.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
I mean, on one hand, I get it. He's only a DLC character, but I mean, it would have been nice to ask him questions about, like, his past, who he is. All that gubbins.
Garrus put some crazy tech into the main guns. It's almost doubled their power draw.
But they seem pretty wicked.
Indeed. Don't worry. A few tweaks to the forward capacitors, and the balance is back in line.
Well, I have something for you as well.
You're the best, Commander. We just got those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skillian 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenneth. The commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys like us.
Oh. I mean, not this one. Why not? Gamble away. It's all good. Here's the thing. Ken and Gabby, they seem so sweet. They seem so sweet and sincere and genuine. And when Naomi first entered engineering and they were like, oh my god, Commander Shepard's here to say hi. Like, that was so cute. That was so cute and so lovely. But, and there is always a but they are with Cerberus. Oh. It's... In a way, Naomi wants to trust these people. She wants to trust these people. Because you need to trust the people on your ship. You need to trust them. If you are so concerned about, you know, like, no one having your back, then you're not looking forwards at, like, the enemy, and, like, you're gonna get sniped. Like, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. In a way, I was saying this before about how a lot of the people here seem... It seems like they've been placed here to manipulate Naomi's feelings. Like, you've got Ken and Gabby, who were so disillusioned with the Alliance, and they were so concerned because no one was doing anything, and Ken was going to be court-martialed because he was so vocal in standing up for Shepard and her legacy and this, that, and the other, and they were beaten and broken. And there's Cerberus saying, hey, come on, it's all gonna be okay. Don't worry. Just become terrorists. Just become terrorists. It's all good. We're doing stuff. See, come with us. Come with us. And the chef guy who, like, I think his whole thing was that he was working on an oil rig, or the space equivalent of an oil rig, and his family were killed, and the Alliance didn't do anything. And again, there's Cerberus saying, hey, we're doing something. Come become a terrorist. And in a way, Miranda, like, the chat that Naomi just had with Miranda in the last episode, it would have highlighted this even more. Miranda was an abused child who then got picked up by a terrorist group. Like, it is... all of this, it's so clear that the intention is, oh, look at all of these people. They were in such a bad way. And here we were. Here was the elusive man with a cup of cocoa and a warm hug, and he gave them purpose. He gave them meaning by making them into terrorists. Like, isn't that great? Isn't that great? Cerberus is wonderful. Come, Naomi. Open your heart for Cerberus. Do it. Like, it is so clear that that is the intention, but all Naomi is seeing is, like, these people were groomed. These people were groomed. They were sad and desperate, and you took advantage of that. Especially with Miranda, that was an abused child that you groomed to become a terrorist. And you think that will make me think positively of your organization. Are you mad? Are you daft? Like, no, you cannot present me with groomed people and try and make me think that you did the right thing by grooming them. Like, no, fuck off with that nonsense. It's just making Naomi angrier. It's just making Naomi angrier that all of these people who are in such delicate, fragile states would be preyed upon by this insidious organization. I think she has a great deal of empathy for Ken and Gabby, especially because they're engineers. They're engineers. It's not like with Joker, who saw firsthand all of the bullshit that Cerberus pulled and then was boasting, oh yeah, the Alliance grounded me. Damn straight I became a terrorist. Like, what the fuck, Joker? What the fuck? With Ken and Gabby, at least they can argue, like, hey, we were in the bowels of a ship. We never really encountered Cerberus. Hell, for all we know, Ken and Gabby, they might not have known about Cerberus beyond their reputation. And so the elusive man might have been able to go like, hey, yeah, I'm sure you've heard all of these negative things. It's just, it's big media. It's big media taking everything we've done and skewing it in the most negative light you could. Like, it's the media and the Alliance trying to make us seem shittier than we actually are. Like, we actually haven't done half of the things we've been accused of. Come, Ken and Gabby, join up with us. Like, because we don't know where Ken and Gabby came from, like, they might not have known about Cerberus beyond their reputation. Joker knew. Joker was with us throughout all of that bullshit in Mass Effect 1. He should know better. But these two might not have known that. Again, it's... I think Naomi is just like these poor people. These poor people. I feel so badly for them. The fact that they were groomed by Cerberus and they've been manipulated whilst they were in a delicate place. Whilst they were in a really bad place, Cerberus came along and manipulated them. And I would like to befriend these people. But what if it's all a bunch of bullshit? What if they're making up these stories? Because again, we don't know where they came from. This tale of disillusionment and like, oh, my family was killed, so that's why I joined Cerberus. Like, that might all be false. They could be talking out their arse and they're actually like, oh yeah, we love terrorism. Terrorism all day, every day. Like, we'll make up these sad backstories so that Naomi will empathize with us and then she'll get on board with the terrorism. Yeah, like... Also, if they are being honest, and we are able to turn them away from Cerberus, here's the thing. Naomi is a soldier. She is a soldier, plain and simple. She can inspire to a certain degree. You know what she can't do? She can't deprogram terrorist learnings. She can't do that. She is not a therapist. Even if all of these people were like, you know what, Naomi, we're coming with you, we're leaving Cerberus behind, Naomi would have to be like, okay, yeah, we're leaving Cerberus, and we're heading to therapy. All of us, come on, we're all gonna go get some therapy. You need to be deprogrammed. You need to be deprogrammed. Come on, guys, it's... She is not capable of deprogramming. She can't do that. She's not a therapist. I'm drawn to Isle Play. I'm drawn to it because at the end of the day, her first thought when she thinks about Ken and Gabby is just like, oh my god, these poor manipulated people. She feels badly for them. In the back of her mind, there is the like, but what if it's all bullshit? What if it's all bullshit? What if they're lying and they're just trying to twist me to, you know, join up with them properly? Like, that's in the back of her mind, but her first thought is that they seem like genuine, sincere people who got groomed by a terrorist organization, and that is very sad. So yeah, fuck it, we'll play.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
Maybe Naomi isn't a big card player. To be honest, when I think back to, you know, Naomi's days in the gang, what did she do for fun? I think she mostly drank and danced. Like, she was a bit of a party girl, I think. I don't see her sitting around playing cards.
My Skillion 5's a bit rusty. You'll be easy on the rookie, right?
Of course, Commander. It's all friendly.
Yeah, right.
Oh, hello. We won 500 credits playing Skillian 5.
Be gentle on the rookie. I can't believe we fell for that.
It's so worth losing to see you taken down a notch.
Beat me at my own game. You're all right, Shepard.
You know what? I stand by what I said about Naomi not being much of a card player. Let me just check down here. I stand by that, but if you remember in her backstory, she was she had a friend called Skylar who really took her under her wing. I could imagine Skylar, you know, knowing how to play cards. And because Naomi, you know, she really looked up to Skylar. That was like, she was like her big sister or her mother figure. Which way is the way out? How do we leave? Okay, thank you. But yeah, because Skylar was so influential in Naomi's life, I could see her, you know, watching Skylar how to play cards, and Skylar telling her like, okay, here's a good hand. Here's like, okay, you don't need those cards. Okay, and here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. Like, I can imagine that. Now then, where are we going from here? I want to head to the Citadel. We have a couple of things to do there. I believe that's where we're picking up, how do we move? There we go. Yeah, I believe that's where we're picking up Kasumi and, what's his face? Oh god, Space Dad. I can't remember his name. It's not Hackett. Anderson, there we go. Yeah, I'm just looking at all of the places we could go from here. Okay, but yeah, Anderson asked to speak to us. And I don't think that Naomi would put that off. You know, then we're full up on fuel. Let's buy some probes. They're in things of 5, so I'll leave that there. Okay. Oh my god, I'm like, oh flipping heck. So yeah, we want to go to the Serpent Nebula. Nothing there. Local cluster 100%. Oh, this must be where Earth is. Okay, I'm just looking at everything. Okay. Yeah, let's head to the Serpent Nebula. There's a fuel deposit. We're fine. Yeah, we've still got all our fuel. The Citadel. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and is a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the boards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. Total length, open, 44.7 kilometers. Diameter, open, 12.8 kilometers. Population, 13.2 million, not including the Keepers of the Keeper Union. Gross weight, 7.11 billion metric tons. Flippin' heck. I mean, I'm drawn to Garrus. He's our good buddy. And I'm kind of down for Morden. This is another person that we can't, you know, change up their outfit. Yeah, I think this guy is guns and tech, and Garrus was... I think Garrus was also guns and tech. I don't know what neural shock is. That could be tech or it could be biotics. I'm not entirely sure. You know what? Let's bring Maud in with us. I think we have to level him up actually. Okay, yeah, we've got a point we can't spend. Garrus has 3 points. Well then, yeah, don't mind if I do. And yeah, Morden. Let's go back, back. Bap. 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 There we go. Lovely jubbly. Okay, good stuff.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
Okay, I'm freaking out.
Got problems with collectors? Try Kasumi's credit services.
Okay, I hear you there, Kasumi. I hear. Okay, I'm like.
Just enter your password for a fabulous prize package worth millions of credits.
Kasumi, be quiet. I'm encountering a keeper again, after a very long time. Oh my god.
Really? How many times can you walk by without stopping?
Okay, I'll do it.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Yeah, it was silence is golden.
Silence is golden.
Good to finally meet you, Commander Shepard. Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
Hello there.
Has Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit. And I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Even though we were told, oh yeah, you're not a clone. You're totally not a clone. Like, we could be. We could be. We would have no idea if we were a clone or not. If we'd been fucked with in some way.
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you. Like you've seen things no one else has. Even without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
What brought you to Cerberus?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus. I had a thing I needed help with, so I made them a deal. And here we are.
I assume this deal is something I should know about.
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
Aha. So yeah, I've never seen Kasumi's DLC, but I said this earlier in the Let's Play, a big complaint of the Mark of the Assassins DLC, which is in Dragon Age 2, which I have played, one of the biggest complaints I've seen is that Mark of the Assassin is just Kasumi's DLC, but shit. That's the best way I can put it. So I would assume, if it is just Kasumi's DLC, then I would assume going to a party, sneaking in, heisting, that kind of thing. We'll get some confirmation.
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
I doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware.
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular, belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
Ooh.
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
Ah. Okay. So it's not necessarily that she wants the information, it's that she wants the memories. She wants what is left of her partner. Ah.
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can take care of it.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun. We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Ooh. Hello there, madam. She was interesting. She was very interesting. Okay, now the important thing.
Keepers. Fascinating creatures. Genetic constructs adapted to work in Citadel. Couldn't survive outside. Unknown purpose. Wish I could have studied them. Had other things to do instead.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that the Keepers have been unionized. I am back. I am back amongst the Keeper Union and I am ecstatic. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Hey.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight. Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot.
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip.
Sir, yes, sir.
This man is great.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous
Oh no, it's
slug.
just going over the same thing.
Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an
I'm so sorry. I like him. I like him.
It impacts with the force
No,
of
you know what?
a
I'm just about out of time, so there we go. There we go. Let's read some codex entries. Anything new here? Oh, hello. Nope.
Asari made... Following the Battle of the Citadel, human and Turian volunteers conducted a massive 3-month recovery effort to clear the station's orbit of debris. Secretly, the Turian Office of Technological Reconnaissance volunteers were technology recovery specialists, salvaging the main weapon of the Geth flagship Sovereign and large amounts of its valuable Element Zero core. Contrary to popular belief, Sovereign's main gun was not a directed energy weapon. Rather, its massive Element Zero core powered an electromagnetic field suspending a liquid iron-uranium-tungsten alloy that shaped into armor-piercing projectiles when fired. The jet of molten metal, accelerated to a fraction of the speed of light, destroys targets by impact force and irresistible heat. Only 11 months after the battle, the Turians produced the Thanix, their own miniaturized version of Sovereign's gun. The Thanix can fire reliably every 15 seconds, rivaling a cruiser's firepower, but mountable on a fighter or frigate.
Is it 5 or 15? Which is it? We have conflicting information. Which is it, Codex? Which is it? Okay, still very interesting. And where were we? I think we were up to the Turians. Yes. Turian biology. The Turian homeworld, Palaven, has a metal-poor core, generating a weak magnetic field and allowing more solar radiation into the atmosphere. To deal with this, most forms of life on Palaven evolved with some form of metallic exoskeleton to protect themselves. Their reflective, plate-like skin makes Turians less susceptible to long-term, low-level radiation exposure, but they do not possess any sort of natural armor. A Turian's thick skin does not stop projectiles and directed energy bolts. Although life on Palaven is carbon-based and oxygen-breathing, it is built on dextroamino acids. This places the Turians in a distinct minority on the galactic stage. The Quarians are the only other known sapient dextroprotein race. The foods of humans, Asari, or Solarians, who evolved in Levo, I think that is pronounced, amino acid-based biospheres, will at best pass through the Turian systems without providing any nutrition. At worst, it will trigger an allergic reaction that can be fatal if not immediately treated. Flippin' heck. Turians' culture. While Turians are individuals with personal desires, their instinct is to equate the self with the group and set aside personal desires for the good of all. Turians are taught to have a strong sense of personal accountability, the Turian honor that other races find so remarkable. Turians are taught to own every decision they make, good or ill. The worst sin they can make in the eyes of their people is to lie about their own actions. Turians who murder will try to get away with it, but if directly questioned, most will confess their crime. Turians have a strong inclination towards public service and self-sacrifice, so they tend to be poor entrepreneurs. To compensate, they accepted the mercantile Volus as a client race, offering protection in exchange for their fiscal expertise. The Turian military is the center of their society. It is not just an armed force, it is an all-encompassing public works organization. The military police are also the civic police. The fire brigades serve the civilian population as well as military facilities. The Corps of Engineers builds and maintains spaceports, schools, water purification plants, and power stations. The Merchant Marine ensures that all worlds get needed resources. And Turian's government. The Turian government is a hierarchical I'm sorry, let me try that again. It's this word that's throwing me off. Hierarchical, there we go. The Turian government is a hierarchical meritocracy. While it has great potential for misuse, this is tempered by the civic duty and personal responsibility Turians learn in childhood. Turians have 27 citizenship tiers, beginning with civilians, client races, and children. The initial period of military service is the second tier. Formal citizenship is conferred at the third tier, after boot camp. For client races, citizenship is granted after the individual musters out. Higher-ranked citizens are expected to lead and protect subordinates. Lower-ranked citizens are expected to obey and support superiors. Promotion to another tier of citizenship is based on the personal assessment of one's superiors and co-rankers. Throughout their lives, Turians ascend to higher tiers and are occasionally demoted to lower ones. The stigma associated with demotion lies not on the individual, but on those who promoted him when he wasn't ready for additional responsibility. This curbs the tendency to promote individuals into positions beyond their capabilities. Settling into a role and rank is not considered stagnation. Turians value knowing one's own limitations more than being ambitious. At the top are the Primarchs, who each rule a colonization cluster. The Primarchs vote on matters of national import. They otherwise maintain a hands-off policy, trusting the citizens on each level below them to do their jobs competently. Taurians enjoy broad freedoms. So long as one completes his duties and does not prevent others from completing theirs, nothing is forbidden. For example, there are no laws against recreational drug use, but if someone is unable to complete his duties due to drug use, his superiors step in. Judicial proceedings are interventions. Peers express their concern and try to convince the offender to change. If rehabilitation fails, Taurians have no qualms about sentencing dangerous individuals to life at hard labor for the state. Lovely. Oh god, they're still going! They're still going! Well, I'm gonna bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we explore the Citadel. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something.